الدرس الثاني, lesson 2, عام التسامح, year of tolerance. So this is the passage of the lesson, and here we're going to talk about the year of tolerance, which was the year 2019, and this was called as the year of tolerance in UAE, and this shows the importance that UAE has for tolerance and to spread it among all its residents and citizens and all over the world. And in this passage we have some quotes from some of the rulers of UAE, and it highlights the importance of tolerance and peaceful coexistence among different people. So the first paragraph, it says, إن التسامح من أهم القيم التي يهتم بها قادة دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة. Tolerance is one of the most important values that the leaders of United Arab Emirates care about. وهذه القيمة أضافت للشعب معاني عميقة بعد أن أطلق صاحب السمو رئيس الدولة الشيخ خليفة بن زايد آل نهيان حفظه الله على عام 2019 شعار عام التسامح. And this value has added a deep meaning to the people after His Highness the President of the country, Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, may God preserve him, has given the year 2019 the slogan Year of Tolerance. So this is a common thing in UAE that they name each year with they give each year a name, and they give us something, a name that is important, that has a great value. So they have, for example, Year of Zaid, and that is Sheikh Zaid, of course. Year of Reading, Amal Qira'a, and likewise they had given the year 2019 the slogan Year of Tolerance, and that is to emphasize the importance of this value for this nation and for its people. So when Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed, when he had given in 2019, when he had called that year the Year of Tolerance, it added a value to this, or it added a deep meaning for the people of UAE in terms regarding the value tolerance. So in this passage we have at-tasamuh, which is tolerance. أهم القيم is the most important values. التي يهتم بها, that is, يهتم بها is to care about or to show interest. قادة is leaders, and this is the plural of the word قائد. قائد is a leader and قادة is leaders. دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة is United Arab Emirates or UAE. هذه القيمة, this value, أضافت, added للشعب, شعب is for people, معاني عميقة, deep meaning, بعد أن, after, أطلق على, to give a name or to call, صاحب السمو, His Highness رئيس الدولة, the President of the country, الشيخ Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, is the family of Nahyan, حفظه الله, may God preserve him, and that is the year عام 2019, the year 2019. Shi'ar means slogan, and he called it as the عام التسامح, year of tolerance. كما كان لرئيس مجلس الوزراء حاكم دبي الشيخ محمد بن راشد آل مكتوم رعاه الله وفقة مع التسامح، مؤكدا أن دولة الإمارات حريصة على تهيئة المناخ الذي تدعم من خلاله كل حوار جاد يسهم في نشر مقومات السلام حول العالم. So this is a long sentence here. So it says that, and likewise the Prime Minister, the ruler of Dubai, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, may God protect him, had a stance with tolerance, stressing that UAE is keen to create an atmosphere that supports through it every serious dialogue that contributes to spreading the elements of peace around the world. So first we mentioned Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed, who was the ruler of Abu Dhabi, and now he's passed away. Now he's Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed. So Sheikh Khalifa, he had he called the year 2019 Year of Tolerance, and the next they're mentioning the current ruler of Dubai and the Prime Minister of UAE, which is Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid. He had a stance of tolerance as well. He stressed that UAE wants to make sure that it creates an atmosphere to be able to spread peace and tolerance around the world, and it wants to create a tolerant atmosphere. So there can be serious dialogue between nations and different people. So here kama kana means likewise. Ra'isu Majlis al-Wuzara means the Prime Minister. Hakim Dubai is the ruler of Dubai. Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. Ra'ahullah means may God protect him. Wafqa, he had a wafqa which is stance, waqfa, stance, ma'at tasamuh, with tolerance. So what was the stance? He mu'akkidan anna, he stressed that Dawlat al-Imarat, UAE is harisatun ala, keen on tahi'at al-munakhis, to create an atmosphere, munakhis, an atmosphere, alladhi tad'um, this atmosphere should support min khilalihi, through it, kulla hiwarin jadid, every serious dialogue, that yushimu, that contributes in nashr, to spread مقومات السلام, the elements of peace حول العالم, around the world. يعين على تعزيز روح المودة والتسامح بين شعوبه, and this is continuing on what he said, helping to promote the spirit of affection and tolerance among its people. ومد مزيد من جسور التواصل التي يمكن من خلالها العبور إلى مستقبل يكفل للناس السعادة والاستقرار, and extending more than bridges of communication. And they want to promote spirit of affection and tolerance, and then extend more than bridges of communication through which it is possible to pass to a future that guarantees to its people happiness and stability. في إطار من التعايش وتقبل الآخر, within the framework of coexistence and accepting others. وتفهم الاختلاف الذي لا بد ألا يعيق الإنسان عن تحقيق طموحاته, and understanding the differences that should not hinder a person from achieving his ambition. So this is what he wants to achieve, and that is to extend more than the bridges of communication. So that means there has to be peaceful and easy communication among people, and that is only possible if there is tolerance and coexistence among people, and different people have different ambitions, and these differences among people should not hinder them in achieving their ambitions. So yu'inu ala is helping, ta'ziz, to promote the ruh al-mawadda, the spirit of affection, bayna shu'ubihi, between its people, maddi, to extend, mazid, mean more than, jusur al-tawasul, bridges of communication, yumkinu min khilaliha, through which it is possible, al-uburu ila mustaqbal, to pass to a future, yakfulu, that guarantees linnas, to its people, as-sa'ada, happiness, al-istiqrar, stability, itarin is framework of at-ta'ayush, coexistence, تقبل الآخر, acceptance of others, تفهم, understanding, الاختلاف, the difference, الذي, that, لا بد means must, ألا يعيق, should not hinder, الإنسان, a person, عن تحقيق, to achieve, طموحاته, his ambitions. وقال سمو, and His Highness said, now they're going to quote what he said, نعمل على ترسيخ مكانة الإمارات عاصمة للتسامح والتعايش الإيجابي. He said, we are working towards establishing the position of UAE as the capital of tolerance and positive coexistence. So they want to make UAE as the place that is the most tolerant and is the capital of tolerance and positive coexistence, and where people live together peacefully and in harmony, coexisting together. So تأكيد إسهامها في تحقيق تقارب حقيقي بين الثقافات لكي تبقى دولتنا دائما صاحبة الإسهام الأكثر تأثيرا في إقامة وتفعيل حوار عالمي. So, and to confirm its contribution to achieving a real, says that in achieving a real closeness between cultures. So they want to make sure that all the cultures are very close, in order for our country to always remain the one who has the most effective contribution in establishing and activating a global dialogue. So this is what they want to do. They want to have a global dialogue among various nations and various cultures. And continuing, he says, يُعِينُ عَلَى إِقْرَارِ أُسُسِ التَّفَاهُمِ بَيْنَ الشُّعُوبِ, and this will help to establish the foundations of understanding بين الشعوب, between people, في مختلف ربوع العالم على اختلاف أفكارهم وتنوع ثقافاتهم. So there has to be, to establish the foundations of understanding between people in different parts of the world with their different ideas and diversity of their culture. So people are able to work together and live together, communicate, and to understand each other. And to understand each other and to understand the different ideas and the diversity that each culture and background has. Qala, from the passage we have here, Qala is, he said, Sumu means His Highness. نعمل على, we are working towards ترسيخ, to establish مكانة الإمارات, the position of UAE, عاصمة as a capital للتسامح, of tolerance. التعايش الإيجابي means positive coexistence. تأكيد إسهامها, confirm its contribution. تحقيق تقارب حقيقي, achieving a real closeness. بين الثقافات means between cultures. لكي, in order for. تبقى دولتنا, our country, to remain دائما, always. صاحبة الإسهام, a contributor. الأكثر تأثيرا, most effective. تأثير is to be effective, أكثر is the most. إقامة, in establishing. تفعيل, and that is to activate. حوار عالمي, a global dialogue. يعين على, helps to. إقرار أسس التفاهم, establishing the foundations of understanding. بين الشعوب, between people. مختلف ربوع العالم, different parts of the world. على اختلاف أفكارهم, with their different ideas. And تنوع ثقافاتهم, and that is diversity of their culture. وأضاف سموه, His Highness added, referring to Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid. We're continuing with his quote on tolerance. تربينا في مدرسة زايد على قيم نبيلة عديدة من أهمها التسامح. We were brought up at Zaid school on many noble values, the most important of which is tolerance. So Zaid school, what he is referring to is Sheikh Zaid bin Sultan Al Nahyan, who is the founder of this nation and the first president, and he's the one who instilled all these values in this country. And the other rulers from other emirates and those around him, everyone took on this values of tolerance, and there are many other values that he spread, and the most important of which is tolerance. So that's what he's referring to as Zaid school. He continues to say, وَالْإِمَارَاتُ سَتَظَلُّ النَّمُوذَجَ وَالْقُدْوَةُ في الانفتاح الواعي على الآخر وتقبل أفكاره وتفهم متطلباته. So UAE will remain the example and role model in having a conscious open-mindedness to the others. And it says that accepting their ideas and understanding their needs. So this is the UAE's motto and UAE's goal. They want to have a conscious open-mindedness towards others. They want to accept their ideas and understanding what needs that they have. And here they continue to say تقبل أفكاره وتفهم متطلباته, and understanding their needs. فالجميع في بلدنا يعيشون ويعملون دون تفريق بين مواطن ومقيم. As everyone in our country lives and works without any distinction between the citizen and resident. So this is what the rulers of this country wants. They want everyone to live peacefully and coexist, and there shouldn't be any distinction between a citizen and resident. So Adafa is added, Sumuhu, His Highness. Tarabbayna, we were brought up. Tarabba is to be nurtured or to grow up. So they were brought up on what? They were nurtured upon Madrasati Zaid school, referring to Sheikh Zaid rahimahullah. Ala qiyam nabila, or noble values. Qiyam is the plural of the word qima, and nabila means noble. Adida is another word for kathira, many. Min ahammiha, the most important of which is التسامح, tolerance. Al-Imarat, UAE, ستظل, will remain. النموذج, the example. Al-Qudwa, role model. Al-Infitah al-Wa'i, conscious open-mindedness. So Al-Infitah is open-mindedness, and Al-Wa'i is conscious. Al-Akhar, to others. Taqabbul is accepting. Afkarihi, the ideas. So you want to accept the ideas of others. Tafahum, understanding. Mutatallabatihi, their needs. Al-Jami'u, everyone. Fi baladina, in our country. Ya'ishuna wa ya'malun, they live and they work. Duna tafriq, without any distinction. Baina, between muwatin, the citizen, and muqim, resident. الكل يعمل من أجل بناء المستقبل بروح الفريد الواحد. So the Shaykh continues to say that everyone works to building the future with a one team spirit. فالتسامح لا نعليه شعارا. So tolerance is not just a slogan. ولكننا نعيشه كنهج, but we live it as an approach. So he's saying that this is not the thing that we're talking about. Tolerance is not something that we theoretically speak, but we actually live it. فنحن لا ندخر جهدا في توفير أسباب السعادة للجميع. As we know, we spare no effort in providing the means of happiness for everyone. So we look at what everybody wants, what makes everyone happy, and we work towards it. بكل الإعزاز والتقدير, and that is with all honor and appreciation. لكل إسهام مخلص يعين على بناء غد مشرق لدولتنا ومنطقتنا والعالم. Every sincere contribution helps to build a bright tomorrow for our country, our area, and the world. So this is the goal, to build a bright future for everyone. والتسامح قوة تدفع المجتمع إلى الأمام. Intolerance is a force that moves society forward. So we just mentioned the goal that they have. They want to build a better future for everyone in the country and outside. And there is no better value to do that than with التسامح, which is tolerance. الكل is everyone. يعمل, works من أجل, for the sake of بناء, building, المستقبل, the future. بروح الفريد الواحد, with one team spirit. So everyone in the country, whether they're resident or they're citizen, they all work towards building a better future. التسامح, tolerance, لا نعليه شعارا. We don't just, it's not just a slogan. It's not just a slogan that we just say. ولكننا نعيشه, but we live it. كنهج, as an approach. فنحن لا ندخر جهدا. We spare no effort. ندخر is to spare, جهد is effort. في توفير, in providing أسباب السعادة, the means of happiness, للجميع, for everyone. بكل الإعزاز, with all honor and تقدير, appreciation. لكل إسهام مخلص, for every sincere contribution. يعين على بناء, helps to build غد مشرق, a bright tomorrow. لدولتنا, for our country. منطقتنا, our area. العالم, and the world. التسامح قوة, which is that tolerance is a force. تدفع, that moves. المجتمع, the society. إلى الأمام, that is towards forward, or أمام is advancing. So tolerance is the value that moves the generation forward, or the country forward. فنحن نحرص على أن نربي أولادنا على التسامح. We are keen to raise our children to be tolerant. ونغرس قيم التعاون واحترام التنوع الاختلاف ليكونوا أقوياء بثقتهم في أنفسهم. And we instill the values of cooperation and respect for diversity so that they can become strong by being self-confident. فالإنسان القوي هو الأقدر على قبول اختلاف الآخر والتعايش معه. And it says that the most strongest person is the one who's capable of accepting the differences of others and coexisting with them. So the strong person is not the one who looks down upon others or is intolerant towards others. It's rather the one who is able to accept the differences of others and is able to coexist and be tolerant with them. And initially they mentioned that they instill the values of tolerance in their children so that they can be self-confident and they can coexist and be in harmony with others. نحن نحرص على means we are keen on نربي, to raise أولادنا, our children, على التسامح, to be tolerant. نغرس, we instill قيم, values of التعاون, cooperation, احترام التنوع, respect for diversity, ليكونوا, so that they can become أقوياء, strong, بثقتهم في أنفسهم, by being self-confident. الإنسان القوي, the strong person, is هو الأقدر على, is the most capable of قبول الاختلاف الآخر, that is accepting the differences of others, التعايش معه, and coexisting with them. فعندما يعلي أي مجتمع هذه القيمة فإنه يضمن لأفراده تلاحمهم. So when any society exalt this value, and when any society they exalt the value of tolerance, it guarantees its members cohesion, and they all become united. ويصون عليهم تكاتفهم, and protects their unity. ويهيئ لهم مساحات أرحب للتعاون لحياة أفضل, and prepares for them larger areas of cooperation for a better life. فالتسامح يكفل للناس السعادة, as tolerance guarantees people happiness. ويمنحهم الطمأنينة والسكينة, gives them tranquility and comfort. ويعينهم على مواصلة رحلة الحياة بتفاؤل وأمل, and helps them to continue the journey of life with optimism and hope. So tolerance is a value that once it is instilled in people, they become much more relaxed and happy. And because human soul, they like to be, humans are social, they like to be social with others. So what better value is there than tolerance to bring about this human innate feeling, which is to socialize with others. So In fact, tolerance brings about or it makes the journey optimistic and gives life hope. فعندما is when يعلي exalt أي مجتمع, any society, هذه القيمة, this value. So when any society exalt this value, يضمن الإفراد, that guarantees its members وتلاحمهم, their cohesion, يصون عليهم تكاتفهم, protects their unity, يهيئ لهم, prepares for them مساحات رحابة للتعاون, larger areas of cooperation, لحياة أفضل, for a better life. التسامح يكفل للناس, tolerance guarantees people, السعادة, happiness, يمنحهم, it grants them الطمأنينة, tranquility, and السكينة, which is comfort, يعينهم على, helps them to مواصلة رحلة الحياة, continue the journey of life, بتفاؤل وأمل, with optimism and hope. And this is the end of the lesson.